Hello. Prime ABGB ने ये ऑफर पोस्ट किया है on one of their social media handles. So let's check it out whether it has any weight to it or not. तो कलरफुल का ये ऑफर है. GTX 1660 Super जो है that is for 24,999. RTX 2060 6GB version is again for 24,999 and RTX 3050 8GB version is for 29,499. Let's see whether these cards are worth it or not. और ये ऑफर अच्छा ऑफर है या नहीं, और पैसे भी वेस्ट होने से बचाओ so that you get the best deal, best bang for your buck. So let's compare all of these cards. So मार्केट में नया ऑफर आया है गाइस, प्राइम ABGB लेकर आया है तो देखते हैं कैसा ऑफर है, क्या है सिस्टम. सो 1660 सुपर, RTX 2060 एंड RTX 3050 कलरफुल कार्ड्स पे ये ऑफर चल रहा है. एंड थोड़े कमेंट्स देखें, 3 कमेंट्स हैं इस पोस्ट पे. अब तो फ्री देने की बारी आ गई एंड अभी तो और गिरेगा. सो या GPU prices are supposed to fall and they should fall because globally supply chain issues वगैरह सब रिजॉल्व हो चुके हैं. बट इस ऑफर को देखते हैं. लेट्स कंपेयर दीज कार्ड्स एंड सी विच इज़ द बेस्ट वैल्यू फॉर मनी कार्ड सो दैट पैसे बचें और बेस्ट से बेस्ट चीज़ मिले. क्योंकि वैल्यू फॉर मनी की अगर बात करें तो यार 25-26 हज़ार 29 हज़ार मनी इज़ मनी, राइट. 24-25 हज़ार चाहे आप 1660 सुपर लो चाहे RTX 2060 लो, money is money. So it's better to compare these and get the best deal that you can. First of all, it's going to be a mix of synthetic benchmarks and game FPS numbers. तो दोनों का mix and match होगा थोड़ा थोड़ा. And let's check out the first comparison. The first comparison is the latest versus the oldest. That is the RTX 3050 versus the GTX 1660 Super. Comparing both of these cards, we see that they're more or less neck to neck, right? The speed rank is within the vicinity, and जो average score है और overclocked score है उसमें the GTX 1660 Super edges out ever so slightly. So it's not a pretty sight for the RTX 3050. तो straight off the bat जो latest RTX 3050 है और जो oldest GTX 1660 Super है उसमें 1660 Super has edged up and it has beat the RTX 3050 ever so slightly. This means that newer is not always the best. ठीक है, latest is not always the greatest. भाई ये तो prove हो गया है यहाँ पे. RTX 3050 and 1660 Super में से 1660 Super is still better. If we talk about their FPS numbers, right, gaming FPS numbers देखें, थोड़ी performance देखें, तो average 1080p performance जो है उसकी 1660 Super की ज़्यादा है by around 2%. एंड 1440p पे भी जो GTX 1660 Super है उसकी ज़्यादा परफॉर्मेंस है अगेन बाय 2%. एंड अल्ट्रा वाइड 1440p पे भी 1660 Super edges out and 4K परफॉर्मेंस पर भी 1660 Super edges out. So now moving on, we'll see a few gaming FPS numbers for all major AAA titles. So the first one we have is at 1080p resolution. So 1080p resolution पे you see all of these FPS numbers. It's a pretty comprehensive list. It's an extensive list of games. अगर आप थोड़ा सा notice करें, the 1660 Super in Amber edges out the RTX 3050 ever so slightly. Valorant को देखें तो 1660 Super gives us more frames per second. I will speed this part of the video a bit because it's a pretty huge list for all of the resolutions, right? So if you want to focus on a particular game, just slow down the video or you can just pause the video. Yeah, this is 1080p. Next up we have 1440p. Again we see the same trend. The GTX 1660 Super edges out ever so slightly, 1 से 2%, 1-2 frames per second का फर्क है. It's hardly noticeable when you're gaming, but see RTX 3050 second generation RTX cores, second iteration of the RTX series, and it is the 30 series model. उसमें भी 1660 Super is beating the RTX 3050. तो खुद सोच लो. Ultra wide 1440p resolution. GTX 1660 Super takes the lead here, and this is at 4K resolution. These two cards are not basically targeted at 4K resolution or 4K gaming, but still 1660 Super edges out ever so slightly. बहुत थोड़ा सा 1660 Super is better than the RTX 3050. So the RTX 3050 is costlier than both of the cards that we're comparing over here out of all three, and uski performance bhi is less as compared to the oldest card, the GTX 1660 Super. So the RTX 3050 is a joke. Moving on to our next comparison, the RTX 2060 versus the RTX 3050. So first gen RTX card versus the second gen RTX card. The RTX 2060 has 22% more effective speed. Speed rank dekhiye, RTX 2060 edges out. It is in the lead. The average score and the overclocked score of the RTX 2060 is much higher than the RTX 3050. तो काफ़ी हाई एवरेज स्कोर, काफ़ी हाई ओवरक्लॉक स्कोर, ज़्यादा FPS मिल रहे हैं हमें इन सिंथेटिक बेंचमार्क्स. So RTX 2060 is the better deal between both of these cards. Now let's take a look at the gaming FPS numbers at 1080p 1440. And so 1080p पे अगर हम देखें, the RTX 2060 is better by around 21%, right? Whereas the RTX 3050 is the costliest card out of all three. Average 1440p performance देखें, it is better by around 16%. Ultra wide 1440p पे भी better performance, and 4K performance पे भी it is better by around 15%. So this is expected because higher resolution पे things become more GPU bound or GPU becomes the bottleneck. 15-16% का जो ये lead है RTX 2060 का, it maintains this lead on all the resolutions. So this is expected. These are the gaming FPS numbers of all major AAA titles at 1080p. RTX 2060 in amber edges out and is in the lead by around 15-16%. कोई भी गेम पे आपने फोकस करना है, so just pause the video or slow down the video. You can use the speed buttons on YouTube to slow it down. Moving on to 1440p, again FPS numbers, 2060 in amber edges out and is in the lead by considerable numbers, right? It's in the lead by considerable frames per second. At 1440 ultra wide resolution, again RTX 2060 is in the lead. You see that in amber, green में RTX 3050 है, it is lagging behind. And at 4K, RTX 2060 again is leading by around 15%. In all the AAA titles, all the major AAA titles, RTX 2060 is the clear winner here. Alright, moving on to our last comparison. Although this is a bit frivolous, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है इस comparison की, but still to paint a clearer picture, RTX 2060 versus the GTX 1660 Super. इसमें अगर हम देखें, RTX 2060 is better than the 1660. No questions asked, and it is as expected. It's the next iteration of the GeForce cards. Higher FPS numbers, higher average speed, higher overclock speed. Speed rank भी better है RTX 2060 का out of all the benchmarks available globally. So yes, RTX 2060 is the clear winner out of all three of these cards. Moving on to our FPS numbers. So 1660 Super versus RTX 2060. इसकी अगर हम बात करें तो no surprises here. The RTX 2060 is better than the 1660 Super again by 11-16%. तो देखिए एवरेज 1080p परफॉर्मेंस पे 16% बेटर है, whereas RTX 3050 से 21% बेटर था, एंड 1440p पे it is 12% बेटर, अल्ट्रा वाइड 1440p पे it is 12% बेटर, एंड 4K पे it is 11% बेटर, whereas RTX 3050 से RTX 2060 was around 15-16% बेटर. तो यहाँ पे जो लीड है वो थोड़ी कम हो जाती है. At 1080p, the FPS numbers for major AAA titles are given on your screen. 1660 Super is in amber and RTX 2060 is in green. 2060 better है 1660 Super से, but जो margin है वो RTX 3050 से थोड़ा कम है. So this goes to say that the GTX 1660 Super comes in second, the RTX 3050 is last, and the RTX 2060 is the clear winner over here and is the best value for money card. So भाई इन डील से गुमराह मत होना, राइट? ये मत सोचना कि इट्स ऑन सेल या RTX 3050 नया है, 30 सीरीज है तो इट्स ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी बेटर. द RTX 3050 इज अ वेस्ट ऑफ योर मनी, इट इज़ अ वेस्ट ऑफ सिलिकॉन. NVIDIA, what did you do? RTX 3050 बनाया ही क्यों यार? It is a waste of silicon, it is a waste of resources, and it is a waste of the consumer's money. यार RTX 3050 कभी मत लेना. मैंने इस पे वीडियो भी बनाई थी that you should never buy the RTX 3050. It's on the channel, you can check that out as well. And जो ये prices हैं, they are inflated. देखो global GPU supply chain and everything has been sorted. ठीक है, कोई कमी नहीं है कार्ड्स की manufacturers की तरफ से. So don't be coaxed into these deals. Don't just give in and buy overpriced and overinflated cards. The final verdict, RTX 2060 is the clear winner. GTX 1660 Super, which is the oldest card, comes in second, and RTX 3050 is just a plain bloody joke. It's a waste of silicon, and do not buy the RTX 3050. The only thing that works for the RTX 3050 is that it is the newer model. तो सॉफ्टवेयर सपोर्ट्स एंड सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट्स एंड ड्राइवर अपडेट्स वो सब इसके ज़्यादा देर तक मिलते रहेंगे, एंड दैट्स द ओनली एडवांटेज ऑफ द RTX 3050. वेल दैट्स इट फॉर दिस वीडियो. होपफुली दिस वीडियो वाज इन्फॉर्मेटिव. आपको हेल्प हुई होगी इन मेकिंग एन इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन एंड इन्फॉर्म्ड चॉइस कि आपने पैसे कहाँ पे लगाने और कौन सा GPU खरीदना है. दिस ऑफर इज स्टिल वैलिड एट द टाइम ऑफ मेकिंग दिस वीडियो एंड द प्राइसेस आर द सेम ऑन द वेबसाइट. So for more PC tech discussions, for more PC gameplay videos, consider subscribing to the channel. That'll be great if we can get along and form a community. I look forward to your support and I look forward to making more videos for you. Thank you so much for your time. Do like and subscribe. Bye bye.